it's equipment time again. I went to an auction this morning and I'm gonna go pick up Dad. He's gonna ride with me to go get it. There was a couple things there that I wanted to bid on. And the last time I was raking hay, I have 2 rakes, as you probably know. And the last time I was raking hay, the tongue on the one rake broke, which we manufactured a bracket for a while back, and that left go. So now I'm using the other rake, which actually works better, but they had a rubber tire rake, and it was in really nice shape. Looked like a new idea rake, you know, the 2 wheels, the hand crank to set the height. We didn't get that, but we managed to come away with a 2-row corn planter. Fertilizer boxes are in good shape. So we're gonna run up to the auction. We're gonna pick that up now. It's only like a mile from the house, so we'll bring that home and plant some corn. So this thing's actually in, you know, it's an old piece of equipment. Same as everything else I have. You gotta start somewhere. But ultimately, I think this is in pretty decent shape. And I think the things that I did notice that are wrong with it, it's manageable. It's not a huge deal. It doesn't have any markers, which we could easily fabricate a marker ourselves. You know, we could rig something up. The other thing I noticed is this spring here is like broke. So they have it tied up with wire currently, which I'll probably just tie the wire to the spring because otherwise I can't drop it. And I'm assuming from probably maybe people trying to drop it. This disc is a little rough, but people trying to drop it, you can see better on this side. It's bent. So, you know, if people are trying to trip it on the hard pavement or whatever up at the auction, you know, that would make the most sense. We got our wheel cleaners back here. You know, those are all intact. The wheels are in pretty good shape, you know, good tires. And most importantly, the thing that stood out to me is the fertilizer boxes are in pretty good shape. Usually on old corn planters, you'll find, you know, these are all completely rotted and just shot completely and obliterated. And these are in really good shape. So I'm gonna try and bend that disc back, get that to, you know, where I'm comfortable with it, that at least will spin. I should order new discs because they're a little rough. They're kind of rotted away on the ends, but you know, it should do what it needs to do. And then we're gonna hook this thing up and we're gonna go plant. I did check some of the hay that we needed to get in, and the majority of it ended up raining on it a little bit last night, so that was unfortunate. The baler still didn't work, so we couldn't beat the rain. Made some more adjustments to the baler. I'm hoping that works. I don't know for sure. It's literally a trial and error for this thing right now. I don't know. I'm trying. Hopefully I can get it dialed in because it would save a whole heck of a lot of time. I went and tedded this morning. I don't know if I said that or not, but to try and a lot of it is drying, but there's some stuff underneath yet that just did not. It's still on the bottom, and I flipped it by hand. So it's a very tiny field. In the meantime, while that's drying, it's about 3 o'clock. So hopefully, you know, that dries enough here that we can manage to do it and take care of it. I'm gonna bend this stuff, get this stuff squared away, and we're gonna go and try and plant some corn. And in case you were wondering what this is, it's an Oliver 2-row corn planter. I think it's about 36-inch rows. And right there you can see that. So yeah. Well, I think we have the corn planter all ready to go. I made sure to put the wife to work today, and she's out mowing. We're stirring around here. You don't sit in the house. No, I'm just kidding. She completely 110% volunteered. So she's great. And we're gonna go plant some corn. Gotta pick up this. She almost would have hit it with the mower. I put that there. Whoops. Was half wondering if the tongue's upside down, but because I don't usually see tongues like that, but there's a hole back here, and I don't know. In my mind, this frame should just sit level. It's just leaning back. I don't know. Nothing's hitting, but Ah, looks weird. Well, I tried planting with it and something just didn't seem right. And as I said earlier, this I feel like should be level. So we're gonna bend it. We're heating it up and we're gonna try and bend it. I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you. That's hot. So we're gonna try and get this level. So this is all straight, and it makes the most sense because it is, these discs and everything in the back are actually rubbing pretty close to the ground as is.
No.
So we'll see what happens.
Do it.
These dogs. All right, so that, we've heated that and bent that back. And these are a lot more, this framing is a lot more level now. And I'm pretty certain, because what we were running into is basically the fronts here were way up in the air, it wasn't even digging in. So I'm pretty sure that that was an issue, and this all needs to be level, and then when these drop, they'll dig in, you know, to 2 inches or whatever. And that spring over there is obviously broke, but I'm sure the depth is, you know, not perfect, but again, it should work. I don't know. I have clover planted down there. If you watched one of the, it's kind of a while ago video, but we got clover down there. I have potatoes here, and we have area kind of in between. So we don't have a whole lot of room left for pumpkins because we are going to be planting a crap ton of pumpkins up here. I got tons of seeds. I want to make sure that I have enough room for them. So, and I mean, down here, I could plant corn down in here, but it's a hard slope and really loose, and it's not even. Whereas up here on the flat, I think this will do a little bit better. And I don't want to get too close out there to that other corn because I don't want to have these, cross-pollinating with each other, field corn and sweet corn. We really just don't want that. So I've been trying to keep all the field corn down here at this end. So yeah, we're gonna try and just plant a couple more rows here. I basically just want to test this out, see if it'll work, and you know, more or less, I guess just play around with it a little bit. I don't want to wait till next year, and we'll see how it performs. So checking our seed spacing here, we're pretty good. You know, that's a little bit far. Same thing, that's pretty good. Back through here, we're really good. A little close there, might have skipped. These are laying on top of the ground, but so far I think we're doing good. We'll keep going out through and see what happens. It's kind of a trial and error. We do have more corn that we planted, and the corn that we planted before, that's all coming up in grass. There is a lot coming up. However, I ended up reseeding it with my push seeder, which I didn't do a video on that, but that sucked. But again, that's starting to come up anyway, and I guess we'll plant some more. We are planting. We'll pull our little trick cord, slam them down, and we'll get going. I just fought for like 15 minutes trying to get this arm to trip back up, and it wouldn't. No idea why. I don't know if something's broken there and it wouldn't turn the mechanism. I don't know. I'm getting irritated. I don't know what the problem is. I got it to trip. Whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna continue on, and hopefully everything else from here on out goes smooth. We only got 4 rows in the ground so far. That's it. That's all we got. We got 2 there, another 2 there. We're working on 5 and 6. Woo! And there's the issue with the trip arm again. I don't know what is going on. I don't know if it's supposed to be in that next slot, but it won't move. Won't go there. I don't know what its problem is. Something's broke inside here that it's not catching or something. And for some reason, I feel like I should not be able to turn that kind of clutch type thing by hand. But now, I bet if I pull this and we go forward, it should pop up. Let's find out. Yeah, there it goes. And they should pop up. And they did not. The one did. The other one probably broke the spring off. All right. We got it planted. Only took us, what, 3 hours to do? Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 rows. And in the midst of trying, I shouldn't have done it, I know. But in the midst of trying to get this thing to trip, I was backing up because I didn't want to overlap and I didn't want to go too far that way. It shoved dirt in that left row down on the bottom, so it wasn't letting any seed, and when I cleaned it all out, a whole shit ton of seed came down. I think it did it at the end down there, so basically this 8th row is what's not gonna have anything in it. Whatever, it's fine, I'm not worried about a row. Here's what it needs. Something's going on with the tripping mechanism in here that's not allowing it to trip. I can lift this up and turn that by hand and then get it to lock in. This side, the spring completely broke. It's actually hanging down in here. So this came off, which goes in this is rotten. And basically, to show you a good one, that's what it looks like. That helps it spring back up, pop back up. So yeah, there's that. So I had to tie it up with the string. Yeah, but you know what, as irritating as this was, I'd rather have this happen now. So, you know, I kind of know what I have to do over winter to get this thing ready for next year, to where hopefully it'll be pain-free next year. Because I really don't want to have to be worrying about this next year when it's, you know, prime time to be planting corn. We're obviously a little bit late right now. It's beginning of June. It is what it is. I don't really care. But, you know, it comes up. It's basically just kind of a test plot. That's what we're gonna call it. So overall, you know, it needs a little bit of work. I knew that, you know, it's an old piece of machinery. Whatever, it is what it is. That's gonna conclude today's video. I need to go down and try and flip some hay. Maybe the baler will work for us. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a struggle, again, but we're getting there. Hope you guys have a great day. Subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one.